Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and today we're going to do a comparison between the Jabra 65T and the Samsung Gear Iconx 2018. This is a review that you guys have all been asking for, so let's go ahead and check it out. So let's talk about what we're going to cover. First of all, we're going to talk about battery life, we're going to talk about memory, we're going to cover music, ambient sound, and we're also going to talk about the any kind of fitness aspect if they do have anything, Alexa features, call quality, and overall experience with both of the solutions. This should help you with the comparison because they're very similar in price, and I'm getting a lot of questions on how do they compare, how the audio is, and all those areas that I'm going to cover hopefully should answer all your questions. Make sure you hit subscribe because there's going to be other comparisons. I'm going to do a Braggy Dash comparison as well, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the price. They're very comparably priced. Right now, the Samsungs are on sale. Typically, they're $199, but they're on sale right now for $159. And then I think that the Jabra Elite 65T are standardly priced at $169. So I think that this is a really good price, just from the gate. So these traditionally are a little bit more expensive, but this is their standard price is better, which means that when it goes on sale, these are going to be a better buy because they're going to be a lot cheaper. So now let's go ahead and talk about battery life. Each one of these are going to give you anywhere from 5+ hours of use. So let me explain. The Jabra are rated at 5 hours of battery life. They have extended battery life to 15 hours with this case. The way I look at it is you're going to be able to use these under normal circumstances for a whole week. At least that's been in my situation. And you have 5 hours of battery usage. You do have quick charging technology that's going to give you for 15 minutes an hour and a half extra battery. So as soon as you put it in here, if they're in for 15 minutes, you get another hour and a half of usage. The case, as you can see, is pretty small. Micro USB does give you an LED indicator, and in order to open it, all you have to do is just press on the sides right here and then pop open. If you try to open it without pressing on the sides, I find that you kind of have to struggle a little bit and put your nail in here. I just found that pressing it here, opening it like that, is the easiest way. So now let's talk about the Samsung. Now Samsung also gives you 5 hours of battery life, and I'd say it's going to last you a full week. That's been my experience. The case is about the same size, as you can see them side by side, and if we look at them from a width perspective, very comparable also in height and in width. Now the Samsung does have a pairing button though here, which this one doesn't. They both do multi-pairing, by the way, so you can have multiple devices connected to them. They support A2DP. And this one uses a USB-C versus over here we're looking at a micro USB charging port. Now, as far as battery life, while you do get 5 hours out of the Samsung is doing something that's a little bit unique. Samsung has two ways of listening to music. One, you have the ability to use stored music that's on the earbuds themselves. Jabra doesn't have that. So this has 4 GB of stored music that you can store, which is about 1,000 songs, and you can listen directly from the earbuds. That is going to allow you to play these earbuds for up to 7 hours, which is going to be longer than the Jabra, but it's because it's getting the music straight from the earbud. If you stream from your phone, they're going to be 5 hours each, so they're equal in that category. Only if you have stored music will you be able to last longer. It does also have quick charging technology, so for 10 minutes of charge in the case, you put it in the case and it starts charging, you're going to get 1 hour of music playback. So both of them, in my experience, based on the fact on how you use them, and you cannot walk away from your home without having the case, as soon as you take them out of your ears and you put them in there, these are going to last you all day, all week. So they're great, and I think that they're pretty equal when it comes to battery life, with the only difference about the stored memory and playing music straight from the buds. So now let's take a closer look at the buds themselves. From a fit, I've been really happy with both. So unlike some of the other earbuds that I've reviewed, I have never had either of them. I've had these longer, fall out of my ear. And now with these, I haven't had them. From a weight perspective, they're very comparable in weight. And from a design perspective, you'll notice that both of them are going into your ear canal. So let's just make sure that you can see that. So both of them have that kind of design where it's going to go just straight into your ear. They also have the contacts right there that are going to allow you for charging. And the one big difference I'll mention is the mic array. So this one has a enhanced mic array, has 4 mics that is designed to make it easier for you to have phone calls with someone in noisy areas. And I do have an audio test that you're going to see in the video. This one, these controls are really simple, right? So this one, you double press to get certain functions, press to turn on and off. Very simple. The Samsung has more, I would say, a more intricate menu. So you do have different swipes. Swipe up, swipe down, swipe left, swipe right. You're just swiping all over the place on the earbuds to get different features. So I find that the capabilities of the earbuds are a little bit more advanced when it comes to menu access. You have to go to the phone app to have more access to the controls on this one than you do on this one. There's a lot more available on the earbud itself. All right, so next let's talk about music playback. They're both great at playing music, but there is a difference. So I found that from a mids and a high, they're equal. From an immersive sound experience, and I'm going to describe what I mean by that. Immersive to me means that you feel like you're in the music as opposed to the music coming towards you. I've worn some earbuds where when I listen to the music, it's like you're wearing speakers and the speakers are in your ear kind of feeling. And I found some manufacturers, like these two companies, which have done a really good job, you feel like more you're immersed in it. The music is warm and it's just all around you. They do both great jobs of that, but there is a difference. I do find that the Samsung have deeper bass, and as I was testing some music, it just felt that their reverberation in the bass was slightly deeper than what I found on the Jabra. Now that doesn't mean that Jabra doesn't have it. It just means that these have more pronounced bass than Jabra does. But the mids and the highs and the full warm sound experience, that full immersive type experience, are found in both. So now there are features that you could call live, listening live, or immersive ambient sound, or pass-through audio. They're called different ways, but basically what we're looking at is the ability to hear when you have these things in your ear, because they block out so much of the sound. The ability to hear what's going on around you can be controlled through the earbuds. So they both have that feature. I would say that the Samsung sound like you are listening to the outside world using a mic. And it's not that it's so much digital, even though there's some digital to it. You do hear like if you were listening through a microphone and it was picking up using the mics. With the Jabra, I didn't get that feeling. However, I did find that the Jabra was not as crisp and as loud when it came to hearing someone who was talking next to me. So literally when I put these on, I can block them out completely. I can push a button and then I can start hearing the person next to me, but I still felt when I was listening that I had earbuds on, and it was almost like listening to them through a tunnel, and I could not make it better. With the Samsung, I was able to hear them and it was very clear and loud, but it felt like it was digitized coming through a mic. But again, not digitized in a really bad way. So if you're really looking at that experience, which one is going to give you more clarity and loudness when it comes to listening to the outside world while you're wearing these, Samsung is doing a better job. Now, here's the kicker on this. Samsung does not have the ability to mix really well the music that you're listening to and the outside world. I found that Jabra did a better job of mixing the two. So hope it didn't confuse you, but they both have unique features when it comes to that. I just wanted to share with you both. Now, while both of these are right now priced within the same range, there is a difference, and the Samsung does have a fitness coach in it. It does not do heart rate monitoring, but if you do wear them standalone and you're walking, it's going to track that. You're not going to find that in the Jabras. The next thing is smart assistant support. So Alexa, for example. While both of these are going to support your Google, they're both going to support Siri, so you have no problem with either ecosystem. This one is the only one that will support Alexa. So this has a built-in Alexa integration, which you don't have on the Samsung side. All right, so now let's go ahead and talk about the call experience. Both of these are going to give you stereo sound when you're on a phone call. Both of them will support mono earbuds, meaning that you can put one earbud aside and take a phone call and have a phone call with one in your ear. So the actual experiences are similar. Both of them allow you to play, pause when you're on phone calls. So they're pretty equal when it comes to that. However, the audio experience, when it comes to what the noise around you is like for the caller, is going to vary. So that's where we're going to switch to the actual recording that I did, and then you be the judge of which one sounds the best, or if you find they both sound equal.
So guys, now this is the audio test, outdoor audio test of the Jabra Elite. So this is the Jabra Elite 65T. And once again, we're comparing them to the Gear Iconx. So take a look into the audio quality, how things sound in an outdoor area. Again, this is the Jabra Elite 65T outdoor audio test. Hey guys, so this is the Samsung 2018 Iconx audio test. So this is the audio test of the 2018 Iconx as they compare to the Jabra Elite 65T.
So there you heard the actual sound test of making a phone call and how it sounds for the caller on the other side. So which one was better? Were they the same? Now, I wasn't in a terribly windy environment. I was in the outdoors. We had snow in Chicago, but it wasn't as windy as some of the other tests that I've done when it was windy outside. But this will give you an idea of what the audio quality is like. Both of them, when you're on the phone call, you don't feel like it is, I would say mechanical or digitized. The calls sound warm and they sound very natural. All right, so those are the things I wanted to cover with you on the Jabra Elite 65T and the Samsung Gear Iconx. And this is the 2018. Let me know which one you prefer. If you have them both, let me know what your feelings were about them. If you're going to purchase one, which one you're going to purchase. I like them both. Each of them suit a different need. I've been rocking these more because I do a lot of business work and travel, and I need to be able to drown out the noise around me. And I'm testing this one out to see if it does a better job and see what people tell me. But again, you heard the audio test. Let me know which one you prefer. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and hit that subscribe button over there if you haven't yet already. See you in the next one.